Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Subject of my vlog today is what I did right in the Philippines. Before I get started, let me welcome my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. Never take that for granted. You know, I made a lot of mistakes over here. Stumbling over myself. A lot of lessons I learned over the last 13 years and 2 months. But there are some things that I did right. And if I can share them with you, maybe it can help you when you get over here, whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or the rest of your life. One of the best things that I did when I got here was I made a decision to be all in over here. I didn't have 1 foot in the United States and 1 foot in the Philippines. I was all in over here, man. And I was able to focus. I had laser focus. I want y'all to see that all the concrete work is done now. I'm going to walk all the way around. I was able to dedicate all my time, all my resources, all my money to the Philippines. One thing that I've learned in my 59 years is losers usually don't know how to make a decision and they're quick to change their mind. But I was all in. And that helped me. Helped me in a lot of ways when it came time to build a house, when it came time to have children and choose a mate. I was all in, man. And that's one of the good things that I can say that I did. Because I made a lot of mistakes, man. First of all, I didn't stay single long enough. That was a big mistake of mine. I wouldn't suggest you do that. I would not come right over here and jump in a relationship like I did. I haven't been single not 1 day since I started coming here to the Philippines. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's just too much you have to know over here. Too much you have to learn about the cultures. Too much you have to do. Too much you have to see. Too much to be worried about. Remember, time and money is 2 things that's always going to run through your life over here. In a relationship, man, it's just, it takes up a whole lot of your time and a whole lot of your money. But I did get that right, man. I was all in. I jumped off that hamster wheel. I made a commitment. And it's turned out well for me. Here comes Maryland. Before I forget, let me address a few things. A guy asked me, he said, hey, is there any jobs over here? Yeah, well, the only jobs for foreigners over here, listen closely, hand jobs, blow jobs, and lube jobs. The jobs here, guys, are for Filipinos, okay? Unless you just have a spectacular specialty or profession, it's going to make the Philippines a better place to live. I wouldn't try to look for a job over here. Yes, the exchange rate did hit 53 today, 53.05. The highest that I've seen it since 2018 when it was 53.84. I think it's going to continue to go up. So if you got money now, if you're over here or you're on your way over here, I'd be buying pesos. Also, a guy asked me, says, is it true you don't have to wear a mask in the Philippines? No, it's not true. In Cebu province, Governor Gwendolyn Garcia gave her constituents, gave her people a break from the mask wearing and the pandemic. Only in the province. If you're outside, you're in open areas, well-ventilated areas, it's your choice to wear a mask or not. Okay? In Cebu City and Mandaue City, 2 of the most congested places in Cebu province, you still have to wear the mask. You do not get that option. But yeah, that's one thing I did right, guys. I was 100% in. I knew when I got over here it was for good. Another thing that I did right over here was I was able to save my money. I was able to take the money that, especially during the pandemic, these last couple of years, man, I've been able to save more than I've ever been able to save in my whole entire life. Because I just really didn't need anything. Of course, you can't go anywhere. You couldn't go anywhere over here. The Philippines had one of the strictest lockdowns on the planet. So you couldn't go anywhere. My expenses went way down. My living expenses went way down. And I took advantage of that. I was able to save my money, see, and then when the opportunity came around to build this house, I was able to, it went a long way toward that. So yeah, I was able to save my money. Everything that looked good wasn't good. I learned that early, man. Everything's not a deal over here. You do have to have some discipline, man, when it comes to money. And I was able to save my money over here. And that was a good thing. One of the things I was able to do that I was never able to do in America. I was always buying the next best thing. It was only when I started making my decision to leave did I start minimizing. I became a minimalist. I started buying my cars cash. I've got 4 credit cards, but I only use 1. I just started being more, well, I want to say, I don't want to say cheap, frugal with my money. See, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out. I do like to travel. And I spend a lot of money on the woman I'm with. But I've been able to tame that. And I've been able to save money over here. That's one thing that I was able to do. Another good thing is I've been able to do over here. I've been able to avoid making enemies over here. And that's not always an easy thing to do, man. But a guy was talking to me today, Darren Cooper. He's a guy got a lot of common sense. And I was just telling him, man, you know, if it's wrong over in your country, it's probably going to be wrong over here. It's just good old common sense. You treat people the way they want to be treated. I'm in a foreign land. I'm a guest. You know, I'm not running nothing over here. Okay? My money on I don't want to say my money doesn't make me better. Because I really don't have a lot of money, but the fact that I have more money than a lot of the locals doesn't make me better. So I never use that to beat people over the head with, because I see it all the time, man. We treat people bad over here, guys. And it'll make you cringe when you go to places like Dumaguete. And I'm not picking on those guys down in Dumaguete, but just so many down in Dumaguete, man. So many foreigners that you have more of a chance, and they're so in a congested area, such a small area, you're going to see a lot of them, and you're going to see their behavior. And you're going to cringe a lot of times, man, the way they treat the waitresses a lot of times, because they think that our money, or the fact that we have more money, a little bit more money than the locals, makes us better, man. So, yeah. Another good thing that I did is I avoided making any enemies over here, man. That's just a bottom line. And it's not hard to do over here in the Philippines. But remember, I always tell you that Filipinos, they're very welcoming, man. I'm so pleased with this guest house. I hope it's open. I just got back today, by the way, from Cebu. Got my son's... no, it's locked. Got his passport renewed. And it's different, guys, than getting your passport renewed in your home country, okay? A lot more involved. I had to do a swearing in, that all the information I put on the application was true. Because his passport, he was 2 years old when he initially got his passport, I had to bring photocopies of him getting older, progressing to where he is now at 10. Okay, because his mother wasn't here, she had to sign a consent, and then she had to have it notarized in your home country, and then send a copy of her ID that she showed to the notary front and back. What else did I have to do? I had to have this is all that I wouldn't have to do in America. All I would have had to do was just mail in his old passport with the passport photos and forms to, the passport place and got it back in the mail. Over here, I needed his original PSA birth certificate. I'm telling you this, guys, because I know a lot of y'all are going to need to do it over here. I had to have his original CRBA. I mean, this was something, man. But I'm going to tell you something that really impressed me. A lot of times, when you go to these government agencies, especially in my country, man, the people are so mean. It's like you're wasting my time. But these were some of the nicest people, even the guards that I've ever encountered in a government office. And 99% of the employees are Filipino, but the U.S. consulate officer, of course, is an American. He was really nice. But yeah, I got that done. And that's another thing I did right since I'm on that. I came over here and I had children, man. Like I said, I wasn't single. I had children. I've taken responsibility for my kids over here. I can say that, man. And it's not something to pat myself on the back for, but it is something that I did right. Because I see a lot of us, we come over here and we don't do it. We don't take the time to do it. It doesn't really take a whole lot. I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave any of my children behind. But that's one thing that I did right. I've saved money, man. Because these lockdowns over here, man, gave me an opportunity to save money. I wasn't ever able to save money before. I didn't make any enemies. It's easy to do, and yet it's hard to do. It's like a catch-22. Our money doesn't make us better than Filipinos over here. And you'll see people do that, especially at these bars, at these restaurants, man. And I pick on Dumaguete simply because that's where I see it the most. And it's all nationalities, not just Americans. You got Germans that I've seen, Australians. I mean, they really get nasty, man. You don't have to come over here and get married, man. You don't even have to be in a relationship. I didn't do that right. But I was all in when I came over here. When I made that decision that I was going to, look, this is what's called the dirty kitchen out here. When I made the decision that I was going to jump off the hamster wheel and move to the Philippines, I was 100% in. I jumped in with both feet. Because I tell you all the time, I had nothing to lose. I could easily go back home. The planes are still flying back and forth. But I learned a long time ago in Think and Grow Rich, you have to learn to make decisions and then stick with your decisions. And I'm glad I did that, man. Today I'm living a life really of my dreams, man. I mean, I have very few worries. I'm just as happy as I'm going to be. Anything else is just going to add to my happiness. And that's why I share my life with you, man. I don't share it to make anybody jealous because I really don't have any more than anyone else. I really have less. Let me show you something. This is what you're going to see over here. These little geckos up here, they won't bother you. They're like the roaches over here, really, in America. They really serve a good purpose. They eat a lot of those insects, see? You got him one right there. That little baby one. You can't see it, though. If anything, I got less. But I am rich, man, a lot of ways, man. And I just wanted to share that with you today, man, because a lot of times when you see these videos, it's, oh, what not to do, the biggest mistakes. So I said, let me make one, you know, the things I did right over here. Yeah, I was all in. I saved my money. I haven't made any enemies, man. Taking care of my family over here, my responsibilities over here. I've stayed out of trouble. See, that's another thing I could add. I stayed out of trouble, man. Because it's easy to get in trouble over here, but it's hard to get out of trouble. There's Curly. The list could go on and on. I just wanted to make a video today, kind of give you some hope, man. Because that's what my channel is all about. I want to let you know that you got another option. Wherever you are, if you're unhappy, it may not be the Philippines. It just turned out to be the Philippines for me, man. It really, this place turned out to be, I said last time my soulmate, but really like my soul place. Where I was able to find myself, man. I was able to get my footing back and start living again. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you're in America, it's early. You're getting up. You're getting ready to go to the gym. Some of y'all have to go to work. Ready to go and get a cup of coffee, newspaper, wherever you do. See somebody in the street or wherever you see them. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. They finally came and got our trash the other day. You know what? I had to give them 1,000 pesos to take it all. Because it had been like 6 weeks. In the Philippines, it's late. It's about 7 o'clock. Look out here. It's like midnight. Look at that. And nothing good happens after midnight. I hope you were able to help somebody. We weren't able to have our 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing yesterday because I didn't have my spin wheel with me. Marilyn wasn't with me. We're going to do that tonight. 5 of our lucky Filipino subscribers are going to win 1,000 pesos each. We've been doing that ever since I started my channel to help struggling Filipinos during the lockdowns. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Curly, get out of here. Take care. Stay safe. Stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. You can't see the cows. He's over there bothering these cows. Get in there, Curly. We got to lock this gate. Take care, everybody.